Now. And 2, 1. Ready and
Yo, 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 yo! What up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. That's right, Bar Talk with the Super Fans. We are chilling out with the crew. What do we have in today's edition?
Woo.
As always, our fearless host, Danny BMD, is in the studio. What up, man? Good to see you here.
Hey, what up, dude? Just chilling.
I like it. And me, of course, your amateur hype man, super fan art. We're going to be talking a lot of sports, and we're going to be doing it South Texas style.
Yeah.
Without further ado, take it away, our host, Dan.
Yo. Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz, coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, to your ears. Providing some sports time for your free time. What up, this your host, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing today, and how did your team do this week? This week?
It's been a long week.
It has been a long week. Since Tuesday, it's been a long week. Seriously.
Yes, sir. And we're not talking about that Halloween hangover.
No, like, that's crazy, dude. Like, if you think about it, I feel like a lot has happened between these past couple of days. But, of course, super fan art. How are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing spectacular, Dan. Loving this fall weather that's going in South Texas. Getting this nice cool range. I'm just enjoying a little bit of Thursday night football. Surprisingly, a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be with the Colts hosting the Jets. But no, I'm doing good. I want to say hello, what's up to all of our viewers out there, whatever platform. Thank you for your
Thanks so
continued
much.
support. Give us a like, subscribe. If you're gonna hate, do it clean. Any comments, we'll try to answer them live on air, of course. And this one's for y'all. Cheers to a nice Thursday.
Cheers.
A nice little precursor for the pretty good slate of games over this weekend, namely in the pro football and college football arena. We'll get into that shortly. But no, man, I'm doing great. And maybe in future episodes, we'll have some special guests, talk about different sports. Hopefully, we get our coach Tosco back now that football season locally is almost at the close for the
No lie.
middle and high school ranges.
Yes, audience. We know where you miss them.
As a matter of fact, our old alma mater, Danny's facing our old-time rivals. That's Laredo United, Longhorns, are facing Laredo Alexander Bulldogs.
Oh, wow.
Right now, I don't know what the score is.
Oh, right now as we speak?
I'm pretty sure the game is maybe coming to a close or maybe just be in the halftime. I don't know.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So looking forward to see what that score is later. So hook 'em to our alma mater.
Yes.
I know.
You're like double. You're like a double. You have a double alma mater. Because like Longhorn and Longhorns.
Righto. I see what you mean. And word around the campfire is there's a lot of events. If you're in the San Antonio area, there's a lot of good events to watch. I know the Spurs are going to be on the road to Florida, but what you could catch while you're in SA is the Roadrunners, UTSA undefeated Roadrunners, are going to be hosting the UTEP El Paso Miners over there in the Alamo Dome. I think around prime time on Saturday night. But if you're musically inclined and you're a big fan of marching bands, I think the Alamo Dome is going to also host Bands of America in one of their super regional championships, I guess. And also maybe like around Monday, that's where they have state competition for marching bands. It's a big thing for us back in the day. We were in band. It's pretty much the pinnacle of your high school musical career is state. Well, anything in high school, the pinnacle is state. That's how you know you're a damn somebody. Like if you see goddamn Friday Night Lights. I mean, it's football, and you got all these old farts around town, but they have that state championship ring from when they're high school and their glory days. Like that's something that stays with you forever. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Lots of things going on other in the San Antonio area. But now I want to hear more from you, Dan. How have you been?
Um, I've been good, man. Just getting the podcast prepared. I'm actually trying to write no, trying to write more music. So I've been doing that. Um, all the music you guys do actually here is original music from Studio 13th Day, provided by yours truly.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nothing
got you.
public domain.
Nothing. No, no, dude. I got everything original, everything. You know how it is over here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all day. But
That's cool.
yeah,
Maybe.
but yeah, just been kind of working, just kind of doing that, just watching sports, dude. Just um, I've actually been watching a lot of hockey highlights. Just because there was a couple segments on during my lunchtime and stuff like that. Now I'm like, it's like around my lunchtime when they have them, so I'm like, oh okay, now I'm learning a little bit more about hockey. Like I learned a lot about baseball this past year. As sad as it may be, right? But I learned, I'm definitely excited to learn a little bit more about hockey. Maybe bring in a couple super fans in here. And of course, we're super excited as we do start making our move into Spotify, and Apple iTunes. So, we'll talk about a little bit more about that as we go into the holidays and stuff like that. Super fan on. What am I going to talk about first? You want to do some baseball? We haven't done baseball in a while.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no,
I
no,
think
no, no. Let's do some hockey. Let's do some hockey. Actually, now since we're just talking about it.
that's fine. We have a lot to talk about in all the major sports. Let's get the appetizer out of the way in the form of our NHL hockey action, or as we are starting to call it, what the puck.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so this Thursday, with some notable games to watch currently going on around the rink. You got the Red Wings and the Bruins in action. The defending champion Lightning facing off against the Maple Leafs. Uh, you have two teams that went pretty far in last year's postseason in the New York Islanders and the Montreal Canadiens in action. I think that's one of the more top billings of this evening. Vegas Golden Knights and the Senators, Capitals Panthers, at the Flyers and the Penguins. That's another decent one. The Philly Flyers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. A little in-state rivalry action. That's always good. Folks out there in Dallas can enjoy the Stars as they play the Flames. Sabres with facing the new Kraken, and the Blues and the Sharks to round off these evening's games. I got about just three storylines to make note of in the hockey world. First of which, Buffalo Sabres, they trade Jack Eichel to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, Jack Eichel, he will get an artificial disc replacement surgery as soon as this week, as per ESPN sources. After the star was traded from the Buffalo Sabres to the Golden Knights, this happened this Thursday morning. The return for Buffalo, what do they get? Well, they get Peyton Krebs, Alex Tuch, or Tuch. I don't know how to say it. It's spelled Tuch. I'll pronounce it any way I feel. A future first-round draft pick and a future second-rounder. Vegas will also get a future third-round pick as part of the deal. Now, something that was a little bit interesting is how this whole thing played out with this surgery issue. Because Eichel, he's 25 years old. He was the former number 2 overall pick for Buffalo back in 2015. He was in his 4th year of an 8-year, $80 million contract, and in the last year before a full no movement clause kicks in next summer. Now, his relationship with Buffalo last season, there was a bit of a disagreement over how he was going to get treated for a herniated disc that was located in his neck. Now, the Sabres preferred that Eichel undergo a what's called a fusion surgery. For those medically inclined people who know what that is, as like an artificial disc replacement. Has never been performed on an NHL player, Now, under the NHL collective bargaining agreement rules, says that teams have the final say on how to treat injuries.
Oh
That's
wow,
kind of messed up.
that's a random, but I guess I mean,
Now, on the other end, the Vegas Knights, now that they got him, I think their coach or manager, McCrimmon, he made it clear the Knights will allow Eichel to have his preferred choice of surgery. So that's good. They're kind of catering to what he feels is best choice. Buffalo, now, before the trade, Buffalo did strip Eichel of his captaincy, something that was like not controversial, but it was like unheard of because each team has a captain. You know, the leader of the squad. Uh, you know, it's tradition, long-standing tradition to have a captain. So to have it stripped, that rank stripped away, was pretty unheard of at the time. He was on the injured reserve this season. In 6 seasons, while he was at Buffalo, Eichel scored about 355 points in 375 games. So, I mean, hopefully Vegas, given the treatment that he wants, they're going to play ball with him. Hopefully get that herniated disc treated the way he prefers. Nothing controversial about that. And, hopefully the payment will be worth it later on when he, returns to the ice for his new squad, the Golden Knights. Uh, Another thing around the league, New Jersey Devils defenseman PK Subban, he was fined $15,000 by NHL on Wednesday for his second tripping offense within the last 8 days. Uh,
dang.
the former Norris Trophy winner was fined for tripping Anaheim forward Trevor Zegras in the first period of Tuesday night's matchup. That was a 4-0 win by the Ducks of Anaheim. No penalty was called on the play. Now, the league's department for player safety previously fined Subban like 5,000 for a dangerous trip, quote unquote. On
So
Calgary,
so what does that mean? What does that mean? Like dangerous trip? Like so
I believe it's
so you
when you're in
can't.
pursuit of an offenseman
Uh
and you literally trip him with your stick,
oh
and
shit.
either by accident or on
So
purpose.
how do you trip people? How do you hurt people? You just body them?
I believe you like use your hockey stick and you just kind of hook the player's like leg or their foot or whatever to get them off balance,
No, they
and
go
it's
no
literally tripping.
no. Yeah, that's tripping. But like, how are you supposed to like defend? Just body, right? Just body them. Like you can't use your stick to like, or can
Yeah,
you? It's I don't know. It's because I don't really know a lot about hockey, but like I've always wondered that. Like
no, I get what you're saying because like it's instinct to just want to whack the guy.
yeah, like
You're
you know what I
pursuing a
mean?
guy and you want to just whack him in the side or whatever. That's not legal. Yeah, you got to use your body somehow, not the stick itself. Uh, yeah, you just gotta be use your speed and just try to bump them out of the way, like a bumper car. Yeah, like a bumper car again. No tripping, or at least don't use your stick. Now, whether you can grab them with your hand or like that's a whole different thing. I need to research a little bit more myself, or we'll have somebody more hockey savvy who could explain the rules a little bit
We'll get
more
Eddie.
efficiently. Head coach Tosca, I'm pretty sure he knows a little bit about that himself. Um, but I digress. PK Subban of the Devils uh, keeps doing devilish things. He keeps tripping people. That's fine because he gets fined. Um, so that's that. And lastly, Pittsburgh Penguins captain Sidney Crosby tested positive for COVID-19, according to sources. Crosby experienced a bit of mild symptoms. He's in the NHL's COVID-19 protocol.
Yeah,
He missed
dang.
practice
All
Wednesday
the
because
stars,
of that.
bro. All the stars.
I mean, he is the like I said, he's the captain of Pittsburgh. The Penguins is really, I mean, they could win without him, but it's always good to have that safety net of your star there. Now Crosby, who's 34, he had just returned into the lineup on Saturday after he underwent left wrist surgery back in September 8th. He missed the team's first 7 games, and currently the Penguins they went 3-2-2 in his absence. So, I mean, hopefully he can get through that COVID recovery, not spread it, and get back to the lineup.
Yep.
Other than that, that's all I have to say at the moment in the soccer world. But yeah, like we said,
The
any
hockey
of
world,
y'all,
hockey.
my bad. Technically, this is soccer on ice.
No, it's hockey.
Okay, this is all I have to say. Hockey related. If there's any fans out there for any particular squad, if you want to be on the show, just give us a holler. If you like the Dallas Stars or any other team, I know Vegas Knights, Kraken. If you're a super fan of any of those teams and you want to give a holler, you could be on the show or even just message on our uh, Twitch or YouTube, and we'll read your comments on there. But yep, that's all I have to do with my what the puck segment or NHL talk.
Nice. All right, let's go ahead and let's see, put some songs over here. Damn, that was a little loud. Sorry, guys.
That's cool. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, I know you don't. But all right, we're gonna do some basketball, b-ball. We're gonna do some basketball updates. What do you got for me, Art?
Cool. Basketball. Well, it's already, you believe it or not, since we've been so preoccupied with football and baseball, we forget we're already like a few weeks into basketball. Like already teams are like on their 9th or 10th games almost. So what's up, basketball world? Well, there's 5 games that are going on this evening. The Sixers were visiting the Pistons. The Jazz are going to the Atlanta Hawks. The Heat hosting the Celtics. A good old rivalry there. The Suns hosting the Rockets. And the Lakers, without LeBron, are hosting the Thunder.
Okay.
Now, why I say without LeBron? Well, supposedly Lakers superstar, the supposed King James, LeBron King James, expected to miss at least 1 week because of an abdominal strain.
Wow, really? Dang.
Yeah. I mean, he's not as young as he used to be. So maybe you work out or whatever is too much. So abdominal strain's the issue. He was ruled out already for this Thursday's game with the Thunder. So a source familiar with the injury told ESPN that Lakers medical staff want to take their time with James's recovery. He's a 19-year veteran. He actually turns 37 next month. He already missed 2 of the Lakers' first 8 games through their 5-3 start of the season. James aggravated this injury, which the team is calling a. Now, this is what it says. Like, it's rectus abdominis strain. That's the preferred medical terminology. When they had their Tuesday win,
dude. So what happened? It was just a strain.
It was when they played the Rockets. They beat them 119-117, and he aggravated. Abdominal.
Was it before they played the Spurs? Like right before?
The Lakers? No. This was just recent. This what happened this past Tuesday.
Okay.
Ago.
Okay.
But I mean, the team's in good hands with their superstar lineup, with Russell Westbrook and AD and company. So I mean, it'll be a test for them. The Thunder, they're just a young squad. They're hungry. I guess we'll check in on that score later on. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know, dude. I think that it's because they always say it, like, well, I get besides Tom Brady, because obviously he drank, elixir from, the fountain of youth or something, right? Father Time is undefeated. It just is. Oh, and once you get hurt the first time, when you're young, you can get better. Once you get hurt when you're older, you get hurt again. Not because that particular part is weak, but because you work so hard to bring it back up, then other parts get stressed on, and I mean it's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of been crazy how LeBron's been able to keep up. The amount of like because we really the amount of performance he keeps up because we really do. We really are spoiled. Like when it comes to stuff like that. And I still think MJ is number one. But LeBron James is the first LeBron James. I mean, he's kind of very magic like, but you can argue, we can go back and forth with stuff like that. But that's another argument. But I still think that I mean, he has because I need my respect or whatever. I'm like, dude, you kind of do have it. A lot of people look up to you and stuff like that. Um, but it just comes a time, dude, where it just hurts, like literally, like physically, like it hurts, like
Yes, and basketball is a very physically demanding sport, especially on your joints with all the jumping
yeah.
up and down frequently, sprinting across the court, or even doing cuts like on a whim. That little Euro step, uh, and basically the movements are very erratic and quick, and sometimes your body, even breaks down on its own without any contact. I guess a little fun little hot take I have for you, Dan, is you think LeBron can stay healthy and be not retired long enough to maybe play against his own son, Junior?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I literally thought you were gonna ask me that. I literally thought because I saw an article. I'm like, okay. I think it is gonna happen, but he's not gonna be like he's gonna be like 18, 17 points per game. Maybe 9 assists, maybe 8 rebounds, but he's not going to be putting 31, 27, 25, 20. I don't even think he's going to be putting up 20. Like,
Okay.
but I think he's going to do it just so he can play with his son or against his son or whatever. But yes.
His
Yes.
son is currently 17 years old. He had a birthday October 6th, young LeBron Jr. So now he's freshly 17. Uh, Now, whether he's a one and done with college,
Probably.
okay, that's already this year's gone, and then maybe next year he'll go to college, and then the following year. So maybe in the next 3 years, you'll see Junior come up into the leagues if he is a true one and done. And I think LeBron could last another 3 years uh, if he's in the right system and takes care of his body, has cryotherapy and experimental research on his body in like Eastern Europe.
Which, hey, but dude, but we laugh about it, but bro, like, what is it? Him, Russell Wilson, like, they play.
Or Westbrook?
No, Russell Wilson. They put a
Okay,
million.
the football player.
Yeah, the football player. They put invest $1 million into their own body, like recovery, like
That's your money maker,
specialists,
man.
whatever. I'm like, dang. I mean, like nutrition. Like, dude, he's like, I literally have a trainer for every part of my body. Like, god dang, stuff like that. Where,
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
like, yeah, like, I mean,
Mental coaches, spiritual coaches,
everything.
physiological.
Psychological. I mean, why wouldn't you? Literally, like you said, especially like athletes, because they have such a small little window of success, or like
Yeah.
where if they get hurt, done. They're done. So I think that LeBron's gonna do it just barely. I don't think they're gonna win another championship, dude, in LA. I just don't.
Well, that's another hot take in and of itself.
I just don't think. I just don't think.
That's fine. You and I are sipping on the same Lakers haterade.
I mean, I am no. Whatever, Chad. I hate you. No, and like not the saying like, oh, the Spurs are gonna win, but I'm just saying, dude, like people are getting younger, they're getting more athletic, except Zion, but
I mean, it's okay if you're injured, but still take care of your body, Zion.
like the East is getting stronger. The East is like kind of good. The West, they're saying like the West got weaker. I don't think the West got weaker. I just think the West got like more equal.
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
I think the Warriors are gonna win. No, not they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win out. On the from the West, from the East, quién sabe. I mean,
Yeah. It's a lot
KD,
more spread
dude.
out in the
Or they
East
go
too.
KD, it's the Kyrie, bro. Like why? Why? You know? Like for what? But but I still think as of right now, like early, like I don't even know what season it or what a week we're in or whatever or game we're in for NBA, but I think like just kind of early on, like the Warriors, dude, like they're just gonna win out. Like why not? Like they have Klay Thompson, they have Draymond Green is Draymond Green or whatever, but they have Wiseman, dude. That James Wiseman kid, he's coming back. You know,
That's
obviously,
true.
you
Yeah.
know
Forgot about
Curry's,
that.
Curry's Curry, um, and you know, so it's just I don't know. I feel like they have a really really good chance. I don't think any other team kind of stand out. Dude, I do think that Lillard is gonna leave, but I don't think he's gonna go to Lakers.
I hope not, and it didn't seem like his style
No.
to be on that bandwagon with the Lakers All-Star flunkies.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, that's a good point. You put uh, the Warriors have been quiet for the past few seasons due to injuries, and especially the new kid on the block, James Wiseman. As you said,
Yeah.
he was cleared to practice, full team practice this past Monday. He was the number 2 overall in the 2020 draft. He only played 39 games his rookie year, but it was cut short because he had a meniscal tear he suffered back in April the 10th. Um, he's been cleared to scrimmage. Uh, Coach Steve Kerr, has been pleased with his progress. The dude's 20, so obviously a pretty stacked team already. This young guy Wiseman, he could definitely uh, help with the versatility of the scoring with the Warriors. To be you know, not just a dark horse, but a legit contender out there in the West. Uh, which leads me to my next little segment here. What's up with the Suns? Uh, well, we are just talking about LeBron and his longevity. Well, a guy who's also had a
Yep.
very storied career is the Phoenix Suns guard Chris Paul, who just recently moved into number 3 overall on the all-time assists list with his eighth uh, against the visiting New Orleans Pelicans. That was this past Tuesday. Uh, so it
Good
was
job,
about a
Chris.
minute.
Good job, CP3. CP3.
CP3, man, he should have had that
I
championship run with
know,
Kobe.
dude. God damn it.
But anyway, so Paul, he finished the night with a season high 18 assists. The Suns 112-100 victory over the Pelicans, which gave him 10,346 for his career. Now he trails only John Stockton, who has 15,806, and Jason Kidd, who has 12,091 assists on that all-time list. Paul, he also passed uh, Mark Jackson for 7th assist of the night, uh, his final one of the first quarter. Paul started the night 6 assists behind Jackson, and then 7 behind Steve Nash. Earlier this season, Paul became the first NBA, the first player in the NBA history with 20,000 career points and 10,000 career assists. He also had 14 points Tuesday night, 10 of which came in the fourth quarter as the Suns outscored New Orleans 32-16. Granted, they didn't have Zion to protect the paint, um, but still, he's in good company. Chris Paul, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer, no matter if he wins a championship or not. I really hoped he would have had it last year, uh, but he just keeps trucking, man. Uh, so he's definitely a Hall of Famer, and he is
Don't
an
lie.
assist king, a legend in his own right. Uh, what are your thoughts on the man named Paul?
I mean, I feel like me too. Like he's one of those guys. I like, yeah, he's kind of sometimes be means kind of like not a bad teammate. He does bad mouth. He does kind of talk a lot, but he's just one of those dudes that like he's been in the league in a while, and more than anything, he's like a mentor. You know, like he actually meant not necessarily like he takes the time, extra time and stuff like that, but he actually like teaches. Because like and obviously leadership, and stuff like that, right? But because he teaches, like he can like show people how like he can show how people how to play with him and stuff like that. So that's why the Suns were very very successful during that playoff run that last year. That's why I don't really understand why they won't really give Aiden a contract, but that's neither here nor there. I think the Spurs should pick him up, but that's besides the point. Whatever.
Yeah. No, definitely. I hope
Yeah, but
CP3.
I do think he still does have a chance. I mean, the West is pretty still open. I mean, yeah, the Warriors, right? But or not, still we're the West is kind of like whatever, all the same. Well, why not? They had a really good run. All they need, dude, is a couple games, a couple good games. You know, CP3 doesn't need to take over all the time. Neither does Devin Booker. Like the team started finding out. That like, oh shit, like we can all take over. We can all have our night. We can all have a piece. We just need to play as a team. But I don't know. I think that might have been just like a special year. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Hopefully, it wasn't just a 1 year fluke. Uh, they could do a repeat. Uh, let's see. How much more do you want to talk basketball? Because I got a whole lot more. We could go to Spurs.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
let's do some Spurs talk.
Spurs. So they had a thriller yesterday, but we were on the wrong side of that thriller. So what happened? Well, the Mavericks own Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic. They helped spark a little bit of a rally. The Mavericks did top our own Spurs in San Antonio,
Oh no.
109 to 108
Oh
in
no.
that Wednesday evening thriller. Jalen Brunson, he had 31 points, 10 rebounds. Luka had 23 points, 12 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks, they had that nice little rally. Uh, so coming off of a 125-110 loss to Miami this past Tuesday, Dallas outscored San Antonio 28-25 in the final quarter to avoid their third loss in these previous four games for them. DeJounte Murray scored 23, and Devin Vassell had a season high 21 for the Spurs, who
Yeah.
have lost 6 of 7 since season opening victory. Dallas, they turned the momentum against SA, especially in that final corner. Brunson, the man possessed, gave Dallas a 101-96 lead within 3 minutes remaining by a score of 5 points
Yeah.
in 32 seconds, including a 3 point play after the Spurs closed in to 103 102. It was pretty much back and forth, foul and try to score two or three, and then foul, and usually it landed in Brunson's
Wait,
hands.
Lonnie, bro, Lonnie.
Lonnie Walker had a
Let me let
very
me let me
criminal
give you
three.
let me give you your props, Lonnie, cause bro, he's been putting up points. He's been putting up points. Well, I'll talk about him right now after you talk, but damn, and because he made that three, that three at the very end, where like they almost, they were within 1 point, but it was too late, whatever. But anyways, yeah,
Exactly. No, no, you're right. After Lonnie Walker's 3 pointer cut Dallas's lead to 109 108 with 4.1 seconds, the Spurs regained possession with 2.7 seconds left. They failed to attempt a shot, however, as the inbound pass from Keldon Johnson, he had to throw it over Boban, uh, Dallas's Boban, former Spur. I can't say his name right now, his last name. It nearly sailed out of bounds. But no, we didn't get a good look at that final 2.7 seconds. So San Antonio closes its three-game season series against Dallas at home on November the 12th. Uh, C. Jock Landell did not play 2 days after becoming the first Spurs player since Jack Haley in '95 with a double-digit scoring in 5 minutes. Landell, he had 10 points Monday in that 139-118 loss when they played Indiana. Rookie Josh Primo, he returned to the Spurs after a brief stint with the team's G League affiliate Austin. Now Primo, he only practiced with the team as Austin's season opener is Friday against Rio Grande Valley Vipers. So next up, Spurs travel to face the Magic in Orlando this upcoming Saturday. So you wanted to elaborate a little more on some of the good things, positive aspects from this game. Although you liked Lonnie Walker stepping up when he needed to. What else, buddy?
Yeah, so for the Spurs, they just so you follow up with that. Obviously they did actually come out with the city jersey edition jerseys. Yeah, they're pretty cool. At first I was like, but then I don't know, they kind of grew on me.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want it, especially those shorts, dude. The shorts look super badass. Anyways, so for the Spurs, so roll a couple stats. So Murray, this is actually not counting yesterday. He's nearly DJ is nearly averaging a triple double. Like, it's kind of crazy. A lot of people aren't really paying attention to that. He is 17.6 points per game. He's 8.4 assists and 7.6 rebounds. Dude, and he is putting in the work. Like, he is not stat stuffing at all. He literally goes for the ball. He makes the play. He makes the right pass. Honestly, he's deep in bounds. I would love for him to be at 20. I would love for him to be at 20. But we can't all just not every Spartan could just get a triple double. But besides,
but it's his going in the positive. We're seeing this young man get more and more confident and be like the guy.
Yeah.
In clutch moments now.
And honestly, people are like, oh no, he's missing key free throws and stuff like that. Yeah, and it sucks, and I hate it. But I'm pretty sure Pop is like yelling at him in his ear, after or whatever, right? This is how Tony Parker learned. I mean, we forget, Tony Parker was never always like, not that he wasn't good, but he was never always this refined. And he was a rebel, dude. And he would, like bark back at Pop all the time, But anyways, that's besides the point. Like, not that he's like Tony Parker, but he's, like, kind of like the floor general now,
Yes.
Passing the torch from, like, Este Johnson to, Tony Parker. And then to, now, I guess, to, like, Murray. But we'll see how that continues there. Now, for Lonnie Walker, right now, he is averaging 12.7 points per game. So 12 points per game. And he is actually averaging like almost 6 points, 6 3-pointers, dude. Attempted. He only makes like 4 of them or whatever, right? But still, like, that's pretty good. He's shooting the ball. He's at 83% free throw. So not only is he shooting the ball, he's going in. I mean, he's, still, 85, 90, closer to 90 would be better. But if he can't shoot the 3 or if he doesn't find the shot, he goes in and tries to get the foul or just a point. So Lonnie's doing good. He's learning his role. I hope he learns how to be a really good 6-man, dude. I think Lonnie Walker can be a damn good 6-man. Keldon, obviously, he's like kind of like our, motor or engine. He's right now 14.9 points per game. So he's at 15. He does have a 13.7 free throws attempted or field goals attempted. So he's like shooting the ball like 13 times per game. That's a lot. That's good. 43%. He's shooting 43% at it. And honestly, like, he's attempting at least like 3 free throws a game. So what's going on? So in this case, what's telling me is he's not only, going for, he's botting in. He's getting some points in the paint. But he's also shooting the ball. Like, you shot a 3 the other day, like, so, he's gonna develop I think this year is gonna really be his year for him to start learning true basketball IQ. You know, because since he's the engine, and he needs to, yeah, DJ is gonna control it, but it has to run through Kilden like at some point. You know what I mean? He just has to realize what his role is, and he just has to really uh uh use it. The crazy one is Jacob Portal, dude. He has 13.9 points per game, dude.
He didn't play this Mavericks game.
Yeah, I
He could have
know,
been a deciding factor.
bro. 13.9 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, almost a double double. That's what's up.
Because we need him to
That's what's
perform at
up. I
such a
mean,
level.
like,
In the
yeah,
West, you need that kind of guy.
and this is averaging. This is averaging. So, like, dude, and honestly, and I guess I don't have it in there, but I don't really have his stats or anything. But Eubanks, bro, he made a highlight. Yeah. So of course, guys, yeah, the Spurs aren't gonna be the best team in the world, right? But I don't know.
And
I see a lot of bright spots and everything. I just obviously Primo's not really playing rookies and stuff won't really play. You know how Pop is. But they are playing a lot. Up with Austin Spurs, like you're
same.
saying. So I think at some point though Pop is gonna bring him in. Maybe like towards the end of the season. So where so they can get some reps in there. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
trash, maybe some garbage time, but at least so they can start experiencing. Because people are like, "Oh, why don't you guys put Primo in already or whatever?" I'm like, "No, dude. Like that's not how it works. Like with the Spurs, first of all, that's not how it works, and second
Yeah.
of all, that doesn't really work in the NBA anyway. Because he's what 18, 19, he's 19 years old. And
You got to earn your right to be on the squad. You got to work your way up in
yeah,
the Spurs system.
and also, not only that, it's just like you just need to really learn how to play in the NBA. Your body is different. It's just different than just playing high school, than just playing college. I mean, this is the NBA, bro. You're playing like men. You
The
know.
biggest stage you can get in your basketball career. And
Yeah,
some
and
people, they can't handle that stage.
yeah. So Primo can develop a shot where it's just like a shooter, like where this guy can just score like you know on in volumes. At some point. I want to say like maybe in 5 years, 4 or 5 years, maybe 3 4 years. If we get a really good lottery pick, stuff like that, obviously a lot of things have to happen, right? But the Spurs, bro, I think the Spurs can like really make like with this core that they have. They're still trying to figure out who has what um role and identity in the team. But I think if they really start defining themselves, I think it can be a good core to build around. We would just need like an athletic wing, maybe like an athletic big. I think an athletic wing would be. Oh, I think an athletic wing would be a lot better. Um, just like like a lottery athletic wing, that would be like, and then we would like contend really nice. Obviously, like I said, in the however much time, a couple years, 2 3 years for sure the Spurs. Yeah, I
No,
know.
that's right. And there's lots to be optimistic about with our young squad, and guys are stepping up. Uh, we're gonna keep winning more games. Hopefully, not even have to rely on that lottery pick. But if it comes to that, hopefully we do get some high pick. Uh, but no, lots to be look forward to in the Spurs, in their emerging young stars.
So the chat is like, oh, which jersey should you get? So what are you gonna get, Art? Which jersey? Which next generation Spurs are you gonna get?
Oof, the next gen, the next
Yes.
chapter. Uh, a lot. I could see Keldon Johnson emerging in a starting role in the next few years. So I'll go with Johnson at the time being.
I think I'm still trying to figure out if it's I think Johnson I'm gonna get at some point. I don't know about Lonnie Walker, dude, because I feel like we're gonna lose him somehow. I really do hope the Spurs keep him. I feel like
He's happy.
I feel like he is happy here, yeah, and whatever, we'll see, figure that out. But um, Should I get a Murray?
Murray, yeah, maybe a Murray, or wait a few years and see if Primo becomes cool, because all those Hispanic folks want that Primo
Yeah, no
jersey.
lie. I think
What up, cuz?
or well, and also Vassal. I was gonna get a Vassal one.
Vassal, yeah,
Yeah.
underrated. Don't sleep on that guy.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like, I think he's gonna be. I think he might be the athletic wing we need, but I think he's still kind of young. But I would want like someone like. We still need to like maybe like a good athletic. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The Spurs will
We'll
figure it out.
get the Spurs Coyote number.
Uh,
Double zeros.
all right, dude. You want to do after dark? Since it's like 9:30. Do 9:30.
Fuck it. It's already after dark. It's getting close to it. So, as we mentioned earlier, daylight savings time and whatnot, the winter days are getting shorter, so we're getting close to after dark, a lot more earlier each and every night. So that means we're officially unedited, we can cuss, we're unrated, unsolicited, unmarketed, and we're sipping on some adult beverages here. I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm sipping on a couple of them Dos Equis, them 2Xs, to help usher in the weekend. Not the band, the actual weekend. How have you been? Are you drinking any spirits over there?
Yeah. So I'm actually no. I'm just drinking a Snapple. Please sponsor us.
What flavor of Snapple?
Peach tea.
Peach tea.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
All right.
I'm thinking of making my own teas. Like
It's not that difficult, man. And you could save a lot of money, and or I guess save yourself all that damn sugar you're sipping on.
Yeah, no lie. I'll do some sugar cane. No, I would actually do like honey or something.
Yeah, honey is a good additive for tea. I just wanted to add also, for those of you who are possibly celebrating, there's a big holiday currently going on. Is the Diwali? I think you're familiar with that.
Oh yeah.
The Office, an episode or two of The Office about Diwali.
Yeah.
It's the Festival of Lights.
Oh wow. Okay.
People of the Hindu faith.
And so, what do you say? How do you like? Do you say happy
Diwali?
Happy Diwali.
I think it's a 4 or 5 day event, and pretty much celebrated by, I guess, not season of the lights. It's pretty much like as big as Christmas over there in like people who have the Hindu faith. It's mainly like Festival of Lights, so to speak. It represents. Cool. It's got a deeper meaning. I really can't get into it because I need to do more research. But that's something that's going on officially as of today. Last 4 or 5 days. It's awesome. So just a big cheers out there.
I don't know
for all of you folks celebrating that. Yeah, you got it right. No. It's Diwali.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, yes. There you go.
There you go. Diwali. There we go. If those of you who don't know and have access to the Peacock, watch like I don't know season 3 or 4 of The Office. Have a big episode related to that holiday.
Or YouTube TV.
YouTube TV. Yeah, Michael Scott just totally hijacks it for his own purposes. It's not even his party, and he's just hijacking it. Yeah, happy Diwali out there to those of you celebrating this Festival of Lights.
Nice.
So yeah, we're after dark. We can cuss now. Drink. We have been drinking. Currently, the Jets and the Colts are in a heated battle, but it looks like the Colts have this easily in the bag. They're up like by 5 touchdowns almost.
Okay.
And I'm kind of hating on myself because in one league I got Carson Wentz starting, and the other I have him on my bench. I could beat Beto. I could be the one who could beat Beto. I got Wentz and one of his favorite receivers who already have like Beto. 20 plus points each.
He's getting big head.
Yes,
It's
I
like,
can take him down.
bro, I don't even think I can lose again. Oh, go
I'll
home,
take him
bro.
down.
Please take him down. Yeah, my
Uh,
bad, guys. Whatever.
no, fingers crossed. So yeah, that's our after dark. Is
What's
there
this up?
anything left with basketball you want to discuss, or
No,
you just want to move on?
let's just do football.
All right, pro or college?
Let's do college.
College. Nice.
All
Oh,
right,
let
hold
me
on.
just pick another beer for college. Oh, let me. I got to crack open the beer real quick. Uh, yes, college football. We're entering our week 10. Believe it or not, this fall has been going real quick. We're only about maybe just 3 more weeks of the regular season before we start getting into like the conference championships, and then later on the playoff picture. So some notable games that were going to be going on this weekend. You got Missouri at number 1, Georgia, the number 5, Ohio State with Nebraska, undefeated number 9, Wake Forest, featuring North Carolina and former Texas head coach Mac Brown. Number 3, Michigan State versus Purdue. I believe they're also undefeated, the Spartans. Cincinnati, another undefeated. They're number 6, facing Tulsa. Number 10, Notre Dame with Navy. You got 11, Oklahoma State Cowboys in West Virginia, hoping for an upset there. Uh, those of you who are into the Baylor Bears, well, they're going to put the beat down on TCU. A good ranked matchup, 13 Auburn in a SEC battle with 14 Texas A&M for you Aggies out there. 17 Mississippi State and Arkansas. Alabama, they're going to put the hurt on LSU because
Oh
let's
man.
face it, they're not the same LSU
Yeah,
we know
I was
of.
gonna say because I was like, oh, people are like, oh, dude, it's gonna be a good game because it's a rivalry game, and sometimes that doesn't matter. Okay,
Sometimes it doesn't, but you
so,
have to
but sometimes
back
it
up your
does.
talk, you know?
Sometimes it
Uh,
doesn't. Sometimes it does. Yeah,
Okay.
no. It's just LSU is just really bad, dude. Like it's just really bad.
Yep.
If they
Yeah.
go up by 2 touchdowns, it's over. Like in the first quarter, if they go by 2 touchdowns, it's done. It's done. Or at least 17 points. Like 17. Point of 17.
That's correct.
But
You got my Texas Longhorns going to face Iowa State Cyclones. Both of them are unranked, but Iowa State is still trying to run the board to maybe go to that Big 12 title matchup with OU. It could be in a few weeks. So hopefully we can play spoiler to that.
yeah.
Uh, 18 Kentucky with Tennessee. Big whoop. 4 Oregon in a rivalry out there in the West Coast. The Ducks facing the Huskies of Washington. That should be a good late night cap game. And like I mentioned earlier in the show, UTSA hosting UTEP, the Miners, over there in the Alamo Dome. I think it's around prime time, 6-ish.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
that's, if you're in the SA area, I'm pretty sure
Wait.
that's
Wait.
televised
When is it Saturday? This Saturday?
this Saturday, the 6th.
I thought it was in El Paso.
I'm pretty sure it's in the Alamo Dome.
Oh.
Because I thought they were already like selling tickets to the game and stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, that's very interesting.
Well, hopefully it's an SA. I'm pretty sure it is.
I was like,
Or no, maybe I'm confusing it. I know for sure it's going to be televised, like on ESPN2, I think, and that's a big thing because like you.
No, it's at UTEP.
Okay, that's my bad. Gotta fire my editor.
Uh,
It's at El Paso, but it is a nationally televised game, I believe, on ESPN.
It
Dos.
is. Yes, it is. That it is.
That part is true.
That part is true.
Nice. So, there's a few things in the college world I want to discuss. One of which was kind of interesting. The college football playoff expansion. There have been talks that have been going on. It's been currently tabled, and they're going to talk about it again on December the 1st. But the College Football Playoffs Management Committee needs to make a decision on 8 or 12 teams for the playoffs, maybe by this January. If the format is going to expand at the time, maybe in time for the 2024 college season. let's see. There's going to be more in-person meetings.
Yeah.
If the cannot agree on expanded format by January, if they can't agree by January, the current four-team system, which is kind of flawed because it's always Alabama in there,
Yeah, exactly.
it's going to remain in place through the end of the contract, which is through the 2025 season. Now, just a little context: this year's national title game, excuse me, is going to be on January 10th in Indianapolis, followed by the next year in January 9 of 2023, where it moves to Los Angeles. That'd be cool. Maybe it's in SoFi Stadium. Nah, probably not. Uh, but I mean, it is like the most legit NFL stadium there is, top of the line.
Wait,
I would love
for the final?
for the title game. For the
Uh, they,
title game.
they still haven't decided.
No, no, no. I'm saying like the title game
Oh,
this year is in Indianapolis,
So you're talking about next year? Next year.
and 2023 is going to go to Los Angeles.
It's
Or
SoFi.
The date, they had the date and everything. January 9, 2023. Probably in SoFi in Los Angeles.
Probably, yeah.
And then in the future, in January 8th of 2024, mark your calendars, is going to be in Houston, H-Town. For what reason? I don't know. Probably in NRG Stadium, I presume.
Yeah, because UTSA is gonna win it. That's why.
In 2024, when they run the numbers on the athletic conference.
Yes, on everyone. Oh my God!
Right.
Alabama has 3 losses and everyone has 5. UTSA is
Nick Saban cyborg head. Okay. It's still coaching.
like it starts twitching. Like, damn it! That's why we lost this game.
All right. So yeah, here's fingers crossed that they can come to the senses, this committee, and expand it to a 8 or even 12-team format for our playoffs. I mean, yeah, it'll extend the season for college, but we're not complaining as fans. We want to see a more evenly fair matchup vis-a-vis like the NCAA tournament with basketball, a more wider pool of selection of teams, and maybe see a Cinderella run the board in college football terms.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe like UTSA.
Like UTSA.
Hey, we're still undefeated, dude. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, you are. It's just that you don't get a lot of love from that committee.
Hell no. Don't worry. We'll get it one day. We're getting there. We broke the 25, right? Might as well try to see if we can break the top 10. I don't think we can break top 10 though, because everyone's. I mean, it's getting towards the end of the year. I don't think we're playing anyone. Let me see, hold on. Let me see UTSA's schedule.
That's fine.
I'll go
That's
for
a good segue. So UTSA is going to be at UTEP, as you mentioned earlier, and you corrected me. Thank you. Game's going to be aired around 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time, so it's 9:15 local, on ESPN2, nationally televised. It's awesome. History breaking for UTSA. So UTSA isn't sure what else it has to do to get into the college football playoff rankings. Roadrunners are undefeated this year and have won 11 of their past 12, with the only loss coming in the first responder bowl, which was last December, to then number 16 Louisiana. Close matchup. It was 31-24 in that bowl game. But they head to a big game against the resurgent UTEP Miners, where Coach Dana Dimel is 11-29 in 4 seasons.
Dang.
But after winning one and 3 games in his first 3 years, he has the Miners at 6-2 this season.
Wow,
Hopes are high for SA after locking up their own coach Jeff Traylor to a long-term extension this week. The Roadrunners, Sincere McCormick, is one of the best running backs in the country with 6 100-yard games this season, including 3 straight. A UTEP loss to Florida Atlantic, it dampened the excitement for this one a little bit, but UTSA will have a little extra motivation due to this whole college football playoff snub, which added a little bit of insult by the CFP committee chairman Gary Barta, excuse me, who called them USTA.
Oh,
He
wow.
fucked it up. He called y'all USTA in his
Ah.
interview
Ready,
after the
guys?
rankings
Ready?
were
Ready?
announced. So this game will go a long way to determine how the two teams' storybook seasons will wrap up. I had no idea that the Miners were, you know, kind of a dark horse in that conference as well, only losing twice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Uh,
well, right now they're right in the standings, they're right under UTSA. They're 6 and
ooh,
2. Yeah. They're on the Conference USA West. UTSA is obviously 8 and 0, and conference their conference is a 4 and 0. But UTEP is 6 and 2, but their conference is 3 and 1, so that's why they're up top.
yeah,
So
so
yeah,
pretty interesting test for the runners this weekend if they want to be taken seriously on national television. This could be a very good statement game for y'all.
yeah,
Uh, I'll definitely tune into that uh, on Saturday night around 9ish. Uh, it makes sense. I mean, El Paso is pretty much is like another time zone and shit because this
yeah,
state of Texas is so big.
and right now, so Texas or UTSA does actually play North Texas. Well, actually, the next games they play is the Southern Miss, which is where they're actually at the bottom of the standings at 0 and 4 for the conference and 1 and 7 overall. Ugh. And then
Okay.
they play North Texas, which is 2 and 6. Oh,
Not known for
I'm
the
sorry,
football.
I'm sorry. No, no. They play UAB,
Ah,
uh,
Alabama, Birmingham.
Alabama. Yeah.
The
So
Dragons.
the Dragon. But they're 5-3. They're 5-3, so they're actually right under UTEP. So that should be a pretty good. That's gonna be a really good game. That's gonna be here at UTSA as well. That should be the final game of the season. For here on campus. That's on November 20th. I think that's the last weekend before Thanksgiving. And then the last game of the season for UTSA is against North Texas, and they're second to last. They're 2 and 6 right now. So
Okay. Some games easily winnable, some more of a challenge.
yeah, so this next coming game is gonna be very bad. Like the UTSA is gonna blow them out. They're gonna see some, like you know how they did Rice and a 45-0 and Lamar 54-0. It's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be like some 53, some random number, like 61. Like why? But on the next week after, that's gonna be a good game. So
All right.
yeah.
So here's hoping UTSA can continue their historic season, keep that streak alive, make a statement win, and prove all them doubters and haters. They're wrong. We're ranking y'all so low and not even considering for a playoff spot.
No
You're just
lie.
wrong. Now, another thing that's wrong is the state of my Texas Longhorns. Uh, so what's going on? Well, first year coach Steve Sarkisian, he understands a bit of the fans' frustration with the Longhorns, who are at a 4-4 start. 8 games into his career as head coach of Texas, well, Sarkisian didn't expect to be at barely even the 500 mark, 4-4. He understands frustration, but he said Thursday he doesn't think that the Texas job or the head coach position for Texas, he doesn't think it's any harder than he expected.
Yeah.
He's had a little bit of experience out there with the USC at the time. He was the assistant with under Saban, so he kind of knows what the job entails. He knew what he was signing up for. Now, over the past 3 games, Texas became the first team to blow a 10-point leads into the second half 3 straight times. Hasn't happened since like Kansas Jayhawks did that in 2006.
Oh
They
no.
were outscored 55-10 in the fourth quarter. Oh no, Texas was outscored 55 points to 10 in the fourth quarter in losses with Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and more recently with Baylor. A big reason why, well, Texas ranks 105th nationally in total defense, allowing about 432.4 yards per game, and the run defense, which allows about 205 yards per game, is ranked 118th in the nation.
God dang.
So, history wise, since 1957, Texas has lost four straight games during a season only three times. That was in 2010, not too long ago, 97, and 1988. Now, their opponent, Iowa State, is favored at home on Saturday when they host our Horns for just the second time in that 18 game history between the two teams. Cyclones have won the past two games, the 23 and 20 score, which was last season in Austin, and before that, 23-21 back in Ames, Iowa in 2019. Sarkisian said he believes the Longhorns have been close and aren't far from a breakthrough. He says, quote, we may not be getting the result we want right now, but our guys show up every Saturday and they perform. Now we need to execute better, especially those critical moments late in the ball game. But I'm not going to discount the fact that we come out prepared and we ready to go every Saturday afternoon. End quote. So, as a fan, obviously you see the flag behind me. I'll support my Longhorns in the best of times and the worst of times. Right now, we're going through a little bit of murky waters. It's a new regime. The Sarkisian era is just beginning. Nobody thought we were going to, I mean, it was a long shot to make a run at the national title. Um, I always said each and every year, as long as you beat OU, it's a successful season. You can win every single game before and after that, as long as you beat OU. We were close to it, blew that lead, devastated, embarrassed. Uh, Same thing. Could have bounced back with Oklahoma State. Had a good lead first half, blew it in the second. We go to Baylor. We not dominate them, but we have a sizable lead, and we lose it. So our defense, I thought we were doing pretty well on defense, but apparently we're ranked pretty mediocre nationally wise. Um, that's a shame too, because we see a lot of guys pour the heart out into each game. I know our running backs Robinson and Johnson, like a very nice tandem, a run game we got. Just can't get the our receivers besides Moore, the rookie Moore or freshman, excuse me. College there's no rookies; they're all rookies. Freshman Moore, he's made a name for himself as one of our speedy receivers. That's just I don't know what's up with Casey Thompson, our quarterback. He got a little bit of confidence. Needs a little bit more confidence. Our play calling needs to be more accurate. Uh, I'm done ranting. Danny, you want to chime in? Anything? Any thoughts? Final thoughts on the state of the Longhorns currently
No, I
going into
mean,
Iowa's game?
no, I mean they do good. It's just they just need to be able to finish the game. It's like football. Last two like it's not like basketball where yeah, like the last minute and a half, does last forever. But it's very much of a possession change type of game. Basketball, whereas football, like you control the clock a little bit more, or should be able to. Um, I mean, I don't. I mean, like they just need to execute. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. They're just not doing it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they have the right idea, and I think Zarkta has the right idea anyway. Like I don't think it's the coaching. Like I said last segment, I don't think it's the coaching. I don't think it's that they don't have the resources nor the talent. I just think it's up to the players. Like they just need to want it, dude. They just need to want it. Like someone needs to step it up. Someone needs to be a leader, and someone needs to be like, look, dude, like we can't be losing games like this. Like literally at the goal line, like type of stuff, you know? Like we just can't. You just can't. Like you have to be able to protect the ball. You have to be able to, um, just you know finish the game. Just don't turn off your because I feel like they just turn it off. Like just put it on drive, dude. Like you have to. Like this is football, But I don't know. We'll
Don't get
see.
your foot off the pedal.
Yeah, so we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they really could use a win after slumping like all these straight losses. Uh, it's a tough task, though. Iowa State, they always bring it, especially at home. Those fans are like really like rowdy and raucous. It's gonna be crazy over there. It's gonna be crazy over there.
Crazy,
Yeah,
it's be
those Cyclones
crazy.
fans, like they really they bring on their student section is very loyal. Uh, I digress. Another matchup that has playoff implications was number 4 Oregon at Washington. That's on ABC around 7:30. The Ducks got the benefit of the doubt in the first college football playoff rankings. They debuted at number 4 thanks to their early season win at Ohio State. Since that win, however, Oregon's unconvincing performances, which includes the likes of overtime loss at Stanford, uh, they were 3-5, have provided a reason to be skeptical about how good the Ducks really are. From this point forward, they'll be even more under the microscope. Washington, the Huskies are 3-2 in the conference, just a game behind the Ducks, but they have been a bit of a disaster on their own offense all season, and are all but of a shell of what former coach Chris Peterson built back in the day. They're still good on defense, but the sharp downward trajectory of the program hides whatever positives can maybe be pulled from the Husky season thus far. But here's hoping. Here, upset maybe. Washington Huskies gonna upset them Ducks. I'll call it. I like that. I like the mods. Uh, Alabama, we all know that they're gonna trump all over LSU. I don't even have to discuss that. It's just the Tigers are a shell of themselves. They're not the Bayou Bengals of old. Um, so just fast forwarding to the other game that might interest some folks out there is number 13 Auburn at number 14 Texas A&M. That's an afternoon game, 3:30 Eastern time. That's on CBS. So about 5 weeks ago, Auburn quarterback Bo Nix was playing so poorly that he was benched with the number 13 Tigers, who trailed Georgia State at home. LSU transfer TJ Finley, he came off the bench and he threw the winning touchdown for Auburn with 45 seconds left in a 34-24 win in that matchup. So now Nix, uh, Bo Nix, he is playing some of the best football of his career heading into Saturday's SEC West showdown at number 14 Texas A&M in College Station. Is not necessarily as much about what Bo Nix has done to get better as what the players surrounding him have done. So, according to Tigers coach Byron Harrison, and back-to-back wins against Arkansas and Ole Miss, Nix completed about 77% of his passes for about 568 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, while adding 72 rushing yards and 3 more scores. So all of a sudden, Bo Nix knows how to win, even on the road. But that's lest we forget, A&M, they were able to shock Alabama on their own home field. Who's to say they can't ruin it for Alabama's longtime rivals, the Auburn Tigers? So that should be a nice afternoon game. Uh, I'll catch a score. I'm not gonna lie. I'll look at the score into that one every now and then. Uh, that's about all I had to say college wise. Is there anything else college related you wanted to mention, buddy?
No, let's go right into NFL because we are running a little late now. Um, so just like right into a week 9.
That's
Just
correct.
like just a couple of headlines in here. Um, so week 9 does obviously the Broncos did trade for the trade out Von Miller to the Rams, and we do have the Steelers that trade Mark Ingram to the Chiefs, get a couple of draft picks. So the Chiefs are trying to re up. So the Rams. So obviously the Dolphins won't actually trade for what we talked about. How we won't trade for Watson. We'll see how that turns out. The that trade deadline is already over.
Yep.
So in this case, just like you know, talking about like the on fire five. of the NFL schedule for week 9. I think I guess like my my first on fire game would be the Packers Chiefs. We all know the story right now going on. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is not gonna play. He did a test positive for COVID-19, so he's unfortunately gonna miss this game. Maybe the other game he might be on. It's still kind of up in the air. It's kind of weird the situation. Um, and obviously the Chiefs have been on a very very bad slump. So we'll figure out how like that works out on honestly on either favor. If the Packers can win without Rodgers, what is it telling you? And if the Chiefs lose or if the Chiefs beat out the Packers, whatever, like how are they beating them? What do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely a good Fire Five game. Packers Chiefs. A lot of questions, man. Rogers out. You can get that guy Love to do his first career start. I want to say he does get the benefit of getting Devontae Adams back from COVID-19 injured list or reserve. I think they also get that guy Lazard back. Uh, Now the Chiefs, they just had a very close call this past Sunday or Monday when it was they hosted the Giants. Uh, so really, both teams aren't playing at their full strengths.
I was
It's
gonna
not the
say
Chiefs that we knew. It definitely looks like it could have been a sexy game, but both teams have been struggling in their own ways.
a
I'd
lot of injuries, a lot of
injuries.
injuries.
It could be anyone's game, but
Yeah,
since I think with Rodgers out, I definitely give more leeway to the Chiefs to pull out that close win because it'll probably be a close one. Fuck it. It's going to be a tie and first tie of the season for any team. Boom.
for real.
The way things are going, it's going to be a tie. uh,
Yeah.
what do-
But all right. What about you? You choose a next on fire.
just because for the sake of loyalty to my state, and also I'm a bit of a fan, the Cowboys hosting the Broncos.
There we go. There we go.
See
Talk to me
the
about
return
that.
of going to see the return of Dak Prescott. There's no indication he's going to miss this time around. He didn't play last week because of a right calf strain suffered back in October 17 when they won at the Patriots. When he did had that game-winning touchdown to CeeDee Lamb in overtime, mind you. A lot of who the hell would have thought we would need an overtime to beat Brady-less Patriots? But needless to say, that's the world we live in. Now we have a pretty solid backup now in the name of Cooper Rush. He helped to lead the Cowboys in Prescott's absence. That 2016 win with the Vikings this past Sunday, threw 325. He had 2 touchdowns, first start of his own career, and a nice, sweet game winner to Amari Cooper to seal in the game. So now we got Prescott, and we have a very reliable backup now. There's no like, oh shit, it's Andy Dalton. Fuck that guy. With home game, our folks are going to be there. There's going to be a fun atmosphere, people tailgating, a little bit slightly drunk.
Yeah.
But definitely cheering on our boys. I don't think Broncos got a chance. It's going to be a good old victory. Knocking on wood. It's going to be a good old game out there in Jerry World.
There you go. I think it's gonna be interesting. The Broncos did recently lose their one
Von
of
Miller.
Von Miller. I was actually talking to someone at work today.
Uh-huh.
I mean Von Miller, yeah. I mean he's really good and everything, but it's been a while since he's been Von Miller. Von Miller, he won. What did
which
he?
one you could get?
He won which one? What Super Bowl?
Uh,
Uh,
if that was back when was it Peyton Manning?
Super Bowl wins. Yeah, I think was that Super Bowl 50?
Like almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, in 2016. So 5 years ago.
Okay, 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, 5 years ago they beat the uh the Panthers. I remember when they played Cam Newton and he didn't die for it.
Nope, horrible. Ruined his career after
Dude.
that.
Yeah, I mean, but Von Miller was a beast. Didn't he win MVP? Did he win MVP?
If he didn't, if he
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
I don't. I couldn't argue with that. Dude was a beast. He was
yeah. Was it
in his prime
Broncos?
of his career.
Yeah, he's literally holding an MVP trophy. Yeah, so yeah, he wins. He got the MVP, or I guess it's Super Bowl trophy. But anyways, yeah. So that's. I mean, I think that's gonna be pretty interesting. I think obviously I think the Cowboys are gonna win, right? But I think it's just gonna be interesting just for the Broncos fans. It's like as they continue moving forward, you guys are gonna get a lot of draft picks and stuff like that, and we'll see how like they start building up their team up again. Cowboys fans, super excited as obviously as the season goes. My advice would be just like I mean, obviously they'll never hear me. They'll never listen to us, or maybe they will. I don't know. It's just to take it easy. Being able to just kind of the obviously just play to the game and because it's football, dude. Football injuries happen a lot. Get Pollard and Zeke to kind of mitigate their carries and kind of like just continue on with with the season and more than anything knowing that they're trying to make not just a playoff push but an actual Super Bowl run. So I feel like more than anything, not just like the starters and stuff like that, like at least for the Cowboys or whatever, or just any team really. Um, like just I feel like it once you get to that point, like you need to start working about getting some depth. So like the rest of the
Yeah.
team has to start stepping up or
No, no,
whatever.
this Broncos matchup, it could be just like a tune-up game. The fix parts of your game that were, uh, maybe hindering you in previous games. Penalties. Oof. Too many damn penalties have made close calls of these games with the Vikings and Patriots. Need to clean that shit up. Uh,
Yeah.
figure things out a little bit better on the defense. Yeah, we got those young guys. Maybe Stephon Diggs, his little brother, excuse me. Let's just call him Little Diggs. Uh, he had like an interception for like I don't know 6 straight games. Up until this Vikings game, I don't think he got one. Uh, so clean things up on defense, and pretty much hopefully we could run up the score, and that way Dak could get a little more rest and put in Cooper, put in the rush guy. Uh, so yes, this could definitely be a tune-up game, but nonetheless, it's still very watchable.
Yeah. I think that I don't know. I think especially for like fantasy owners, we'll see how that's gonna be a very interesting game for just in general. Like what's your next on fire?
Honestly, there's not a lot of sexy games this week.
Not a
Uh,
lot.
Mainly because of injuries. Some of it's because of injuries or
Yeah.
COVID protocols. Um, I know you said the Packers Chiefs. I think one that could be low key important, especially for those NFC East fans, is Chargers at the Eagles.
Oh,
Eagles
okay,
have
okay.
been. I mean, we all thought the Chargers were unstoppable, and then they started losing.
I
And we thought
mean,
the Eagles were shitty, and then they started winning. So it's like they're meeting at the middle now. Um,
the
Obviously,
convergence.
yeah, they're meeting at the middle. Chargers are getting shitty, and the Eagles are coming up. It's the universe is balancing out, but hopefully the Chargers could pull out the win. Just because fuck the Eagles. Sorry if you're any Eagles fans out there. As a Cowboy, you gotta be hating. Sip that Eagles haterade. But no, in the past couple of games, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, he's been, gosh, maybe lighting up the score a little bit. Chargers, a bit of slumping going on, a little bit of questionable injuries to like Eckler and receiver Williams. So it could be anybody's game in that one. So that's one game that should be sexy enough for the afternoon.
Yeah. I think that I like that one just because I mean, yeah, like you said, it's gonna be pretty important for
The Cowboys.
the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a like kind of a random one in there.
Sure.
I'm gonna do Browns Bengals. The Bengals lost, dude. They lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
So, um, obviously they're gonna, you know, make a big comeback. Yeah, and they got a bye and stuff like that. Or not, didn't get a bye, but rather they lost, so they'll come back and be strong. And the
Yeah.
Browns aren't doing so good. I mean, they have all the drama going on with OBJ and Baker. Um, More than anything, it should be. I mean, the game itself is important, right? But
It's
just
a
like
rivalry, also conference,
also
conference. Their
conference.
conference rivals.
But I think the drama around it is really gonna just drive the story of this game. Unfortunately, like it just is, like. But what do you think?
Yeah. Word around the campfires: Odell Beckham Jr. was excused from practice for a second consecutive day this Thursday. Uh, According to his representatives with the Cleveland Browns, they're trying to continue to work on his resolution for maybe his future career with the Browns or lack of the Browns. Beckham was not told to attend Wednesday's practice one day after his own father posted a video on Instagram highlighting all the times when QB Baker Mayfield either didn't throw the ball to Beckham or he totally missed him when he was open. Beckham appears to have maybe played his final game for the Browns. According to the multiple sources, Browns coach Kevin Stefanski addressed the team before Wednesday's practice, informed players Beckham would no longer be a Brown as the team prepares for Sunday's game uh, against the Bengals. Both Stefanski and Mayfield both admitted Wednesday they haven't heard anything from Beckham since his father's infamous Instagram post. Uh, Safety Johnson III said Thursday he hopes Beckham returns if that's possible, and added that the majority of his teammates share that same sentiment. So I had a lot of high hopes for the Browns, considering all the success they had last season. But they're totally in a funk right now with injuries and COVID. I know Jarvis Landry was out for a while, and Oda Beckham feels like he's not getting the respect he deserves. Uh, they've been losing. Now with the matchup against their in-state rivals, conference rivals, uh, who are desperate to bounce back from that embarrassing loss against the Jets and their backup White. Uh, it seems like the Bengals could be more hungrier in this matchup. So I agree. It's going to be a dogfight, and then they're playing in Cincinnati, so not the dog pound. They have the home field advantage, uh, so should be exciting. Uh, um, Hopefully, it lives up to the matchup that we hope it is. I don't believe I have any. I don't have that many players on fantasy wise for either squad, or if I do, they're all benched. Should be a fun game though. But knowing us here in Texas, they'll probably show the Cowboys Broncos game in the morning, maybe on CBS, but they'll probably show the Texans Dolphins on that network. So if you got NFL Red Zone, by all means, tune into that Browns Bengals game.
Yeah, and I think more than anything that, like I said, that's gonna be kind of a drama driven story. But I hope the game is really good. So how about you, bro? Next one, give me on fire.
Uh, I guess that's a decent matchup. Cardinals at the 49ers. Cardinals, I think, just were handed their first loss of the season, I believe. Uh, who beat them? Who beat the Cardinals? Whatever. Uh, and the 49ers are no slouches over there in the West Coast, neither. Uh, I don't know if it's Garoppolo or his backup that shared the snaps. Uh, Definitely shouldn't be a blowout. And with the home field advantage, who knows? Could be an upset in the works. That I'd pick the Titans Rams, but with Henry out, it seems more lopsided. So Cardinals 49ers is what I got.
Yeah, I
Guys are
can.
on fire.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals 49ers game is going to be very interesting, specifically for the Cardinals. Um, it it's going to be like a kind of like a bounce back type of game. Obviously, they lost, right? But I think it's how they lost more than anything. Where I feel like they just kind of tripped and fell. I mean, they kind of did, like literally. They was it drove the ball was like 97 yards or something like that, only to get it picked at the yard line. I mean, literally.
Yep.
Um,
Devastated.
so I think it's gonna be a big game for the big you know like statement game for them, and not necessarily for them to show the league, but just to show themselves. We're like, no, dude, like we're for real, and obviously, they're doing really good. I mean, they're um on top of the standings right now. The NFC is pretty tough, especially the NFC West, dude. They have the Cardinals and the Rams, so they're both 7-1. I think the Cardinals beat the Rams, so that's that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. What do you think?
Um,
Do you think? Do you
I
think? Do you think? Okay. Do you think they're just gonna do wild card, or who do you think wins the division? Let's start there.
division leaders.
The NFC West, which is Cardinals or Rams. Who do you think is gonna win?
As it currently stands, the Cardinals, but in the coming games and the new addition of Von Miller, I could see the Rams usurping that leadership role.
Okay.
I mean, the
Dang.
Cardinals just showed everyone they're human. They lost,
Yeah.
and they're not unbeatable. They're definitely beatable. And the Rams are hitting their stride currently right now.
Yeah. There we go. That's a pretty good take. All right. Give me a last one.
Um, I'd say after current matchups, I see maybe a Vikings Ravens. Vikings at the
Ooh.
Ravens, uh, just to see how if the Vikings can bounce back after that loss to the Cowboys and the Ravens with Jackson. Very entertaining quarterback styling. That guy's a wild card. Uh, Very fun to watch. So hopefully that translates to an enjoyable game for us viewers. Uh, I don't know what the playoff implications are for either team, but it should be entertaining nonetheless. So that's my last game I got. Like
I,
I said, if Henry was back, it'd be a way better Titans
I was
Rams
gonna
on that
say, yeah.
Sunday evening game.
I think that's like honorable mention.
Yep,
Dude,
it was on Fire Six.
I'm
It'd be
so
there.
sad. I'm so sad about that. Real quick, before we do start wrapping up for the night, I just want to give your quick opinion on like the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. You specifically, Art,
Oh,
as you like we talked about it, as you guys know, Aaron Rodgers did like I said, test positive, so unfortunately he won't be playing the game, but won't be playing the game and this coming up week, which is going to be obviously a very important game against the Cardinals, a big NFC opponent, which they can it can and may actually cause them or not may, but they're fighting for that home advantage or whatever, um, home field advantage, but more than anything, people are talking how Rodgers is a little selfish. Where you know, people may say he lied, maybe he didn't lie, maybe the organization lied. They're still trying to figure that part out. Whether you believe in the vaccine or you do vaccinated, not vaccinated, it doesn't really matter. But the fact is, it's like kind of like you got your choices, right? But like, there's like consequences to like the choices that you make or whatever, right? And you can't just lie like at a job, especially when it comes to stuff like this. So, yeah, what do you think? All right, just like a quick opinion.
No, the league is definitely going to focus on this investigation to see if any rules or infractions were broken by Rodgers or any of his other teammates. I know whether vaccinated or not, there's a set of rules. You're contractually obligated to follow the team rules. One of which states, there cannot be more than gatherings of 3 people, like outside the stadium, like teammates wise. Try to keep it separate. If you're gonna be with any teammates, do it outdoors. You gotta be responsible. Hell, even in the post game conferences, uh, whether behind a microphone or microphones, and they're talking in a very small enclosed room, and like the coaches or players are talking, they also need to follow protocol. Uh, wear masks or such because you're pretty much spitting when you talk. Uh, and we know Rodgers, he's going to talk after every game. And if he's, unknowingly or unwittingly spreading anything, hopefully not. Uh, that's on him per se because he was being a little more lax with the rules.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he was above the rules. Uh, so definitely a very intriguing situation. We're all hoping that COVID would not play a big part in any of our football teams or players. Uh, but yeah, there've been COVID protocols taking out stars out of the games, and now we got one of the biggest ones with Aaron Rodgers out. Uh, won't get into politicizing vaccines or not. Uh, make your own smart choice, smart choices. Rodgers, hopefully he didn't bend or lie to, because we all know like one of the Dallas Cowboys, semi unrelated, related, he lied in like a drug test and stuff. He kept
Oh
pushing
yeah.
him back and pushing him back, and then supposedly bribed a doctor or drug technician, whatever,
Yeah, it was an O
and
line.
he was suspended for like 5, 6 games or so. Uh, so now we're gonna see, did Aaron Rodgers do anything dishonest or lie with this whole COVID situation? It's gonna be big. The implications. Obviously, his team can't afford any more losses. Now they have to rely on their young future quarterback. Uh, what's his name? Love to man up. Next man up. You got all the weapons, but you're in the driver's seat now. Here are the keys to the Ferrari. Don't crash. And guess who? You're playing against the damn Chiefs, who are eager to get back on that winning train también. Uh, so if they lose, is it Rogers' fault? Too early to tell. Because sometimes, COVID, you have it without knowing, or you are unknowingly spreading, or you catch it without knowing. So we're going to see to what extent is this Rogers' fault in this whole debacle. Your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just kind of like that, where it's just for me, it's just about being a good teammate, or more than like obviously like you can believe or do whatever you like, when it comes to stuff like that. Um, but more than anything, I think it's just like a teammate thing. I'm like, hey, bro, just so you know, like this and that, like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like even if it's like if you don't announce it to the world or whatever, or whatever, but just like as a teammate, like I would like you don't need to tell me if you're vaccinated or not, but I'm like just kind of like you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like a bad teammate cuz like they were talking about it like, they have what? Like they have 8 receivers, They have 4 tight ends. They have like 12 offensive linemen. They have like 4 or 5 running backs, right? But they only have 2 quarterbacks. If one guy's out, there's only one guy.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like you can't rotate the quarterback. I mean, I guess you could, but it doesn't really work that way. Where
Nope.
like, receivers you can rotate them, whatever. You get those little slot guys or whatever. the offensive line. So we can swap them. Running backs, you can get stuff like that. Tight ends, whatever. But quarterback, it's just one dude, and if he's out, well, it's just another guy. It's just that's it. So, more than anything, like it's just what's the best ability in sports? Availability, and he's not available, bro. So it's just bad. I feel like it's not like bad team being I feel like it is being a bad teammate, and I almost feel like it's being a bad sportsman. Like I think it's almost like bad sportsmanship. Where dude, we like you knew like this was going on, all this stuff. We're doing a run, like we're doing all this stuff for you, you know, like we're walking on eggshells trying to make you happy, and then you're like, oh, my bad. I guess I didn't take it or whatever. Like, dude, like, it's kind of like, like what do you do as a Packers organization? I feel like they kind of painted themselves into a corner anyway. The Packers, and after this year, dude, it's over. Like especially now, after this, dude, he's out. Like he's out. Like I don't even think. Like even as a Packers, I'd be like, dude, like I wouldn't even want like to, deal with this anymore.
Yeah, too much drama.
Yeah.
Just let's already get to the new quarterback era with this guy Love or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Jordan Love. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But other than that, do you have anything?
No football. I think we covered most everything. It's actually the Jets are slowly trying to come back. It's three minutes left in the fourth. They're only down by 15, so it's not impossible. I don't know who's the Jets quarterback because I saw White, their
Oh
rookie,
yeah,
leave,
yeah, yeah.
or maybe he's back. I don't know. So it's
Actually, no, it's Josh Johnson.
Johnson. All right. It's not a sexy game, but it's been proven to be a little more entertaining in these last few minutes.
Oh wow, Josh Johnson is 35 years old.
Oof.
He's been in the NFL since 2008. Been in 13 different teams,
I like it.
and
Proven
now
he could still sling it.
yeah, and he currently has 241 yards, 19 for 30, which isn't bad. It's not good. It's not bad. But 3 TDs? Está bueno.
Yep. I mean, he's doing work. He's going to work. Next man up. Availability.
Oh,
But
CJ
yes,
Mosley's here.
I think Green Bay needs to wash their hands of this whole Aaron Rodgers drama. ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. Dang, Carson Wentz is doing pretty good. It's 22 for 30. So he's actually doing. I mean, Josh Johnson is doing a little bit better than Wentz. I mean, in terms of stats, right? But they're still losing, so it
It's
doesn't
that
matter.
once in a season performance. Ain't gonna be duplicated.
I don't know. I don't know. It's third and 10 on the Jets. God dang. Come on, Jets. Can you guys just not be bad? All right, guys. We're gonna start wrapping it up for tonight. We're gonna are gonna get a little bit more structured in there, and then we'll let you guys definitely let you guys know so we can start answering more questions live and stuff like that. So let's go and wrap it up. Art. That's what she said. Yeah, I know. I don't care.
We've been after dark for a while. See all the cheesy jokes you want.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, I don't have that. All right. Okay, let me put some music on so we can go ahead and start wrapping it up. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone following us right now on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook. Again, thank you so much for following us here at Mezzo Forte Sportz, a bar talk for super fans. Obviously, if you do want to get in here, talk a little sports, or talk about your team, whichever sports that you want. we can definitely go ahead and get you on here and got some super fan talk going. Obviously, we got super fan art going in here. I don't know, man. What are we looking for this weekend? Just give me a little, give me some gems. I'm looking forward to this, or you're looking forward to this weekend.
I mean, obviously some good quality Texas teams winning across the board. Talking about the Roadrunners on the road. It'll be UTEP, no, no doubt about that. Our Longhorns that bounce back with Iowa Cyclones and Cowboys. Just to keep the train running, get Dak in full shape for the next slate of games they got coming up after they beat down on the Broncos. And the Spurs. Spurs need that nice tune-up game as well when they go on the road and face the Magic in Florida.
Nice. Yeah, so I actually agree with all that, all the Texas teams, and um, especially ETSA game. That's gonna be very, very, especially because it's been on ESPN. I'm just gonna put it on, like, oh, dude, check it out, dude. I'm gonna put on my shirt and everything. I'm a selfie all day, guys. So you guys will definitely
Yeah, yeah,
know
represent. Wear your colors, man.
all
Wear the
day,
merch.
bro, all day. All right, guys, we're gonna start. Oh wait, what is that? Yes, that's the last siren. That's the last call for tonight, guys. We're gonna start wrapping it up. That's what she said. Oh, whatever. You guys don't want to boo me. All right, guys. We're gonna start wrapping it up. That's gonna be it for this week's episode. Hope y'all can chill with us next time, and thank you for chilling with us this time around. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Pretty much on everything. Check out our podcast coming soon on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and our Heart Radio. Coming soon. Let you guys know about that. I'm gonna post the website as well. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Studio music provided by Studio 13th Day, the studio13thday.com. This is the Danny BMD signing out, saying laters to all. And you know how to bring it home, Mark.
Thank you, Dan. The lesson today is I don't have one, but promotional consideration brought to you by Devil Dog Detailing. If you're an SA and you want your car's interior looking brand new, this guy's going to work like a dog for you. That's Devil Dog Detailing out there in SA. Devil Dog! Shout out to those folks. Now remember, sports are great, but they mean nothing without y'all, the fans. Until next time, be cool, stay safe, and keep on listening to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Episode 77. Copyright.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're gonna
Fuck the Atlanta Braves. Fuck 'em.
All right.